across the street.
Am I live? All right. Shalom, y'all. Bashim, y'all. Shabarakatam to all the brothers. I don't think I'm in the middle of the camp. Hold on 1 second. Shalom, y'all. Bashim, y'all. Shabarakatam to all the brothers. Y'all are all the time. Bashim, y'all. Shout to all the sisters. With Isupk. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right, Shalom, y'all. Bashim, y'all. Shabarakatam. Y'all, Bashim, y'all. Shabarakatam. Shout out to all the brothers. Shamar, Howard Shamar, Alathah, Bashim, y'all. Shai. We're the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right, and the truth of the Bible since 1969. And today is ISUPK Monday history class. All right, and today we'll be going over Black history in the Bible. Right. So in the Bible is a history book, right? And what's in the Bible is the history of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans before slavery. Right. It's also a prophecy book, right? A lot of things that's in the Bible have turned out to become history. At the time that it was being spoken or being written, it turned out to be prophecy, right? And then at the time that it was prophecy, it was turning out to be it was prophecy, but now it is Black history, right? A lot of things like those curses in Deuteronomy 28, it was prophecy at the time that Moses was speaking it to the Israelites, or the Lord was speaking it to Moses, and Moses was speaking it to the Israelites. But then now it's our history, right? And it's a lot of stuff like that in the Bible. That's how you find out who is who in the Bible, because you have to go with the characteristic of the certain people and the characteristics of who those people were, right? Hold on, let me get my eyes, guys. My eyes, bear with me. Oh, all right. All right, but first we have to identify in the Bible that these brothers are dark-skinned people. Right? That these brothers are dark-skinned people, because in the Bible, everybody thinks just because of the whitewashing of what happened, of the whitewashing during the Renaissance era, that all the people in the Bible are that the people in the Bible are how can I say it, Caucasian people, right? Which is not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. Israelites are all different shades of brown, right? All, but they're dark-skinned people, just like everybody on the planet are have dark-skinned people in their family line or in their race, right? In their nationality. They have dark-skinned people, they have light-skinned people. Right? Everywhere on the planet has the dark-skinned people and light-skinned people, right? Salaki. And Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, the Israelites are no different. We have different shades of brown. We have dark-skinned people. We have real light-skinned people, right? And that is and that is what we have to understand. That anything that outside of that is somebody saying that you're not Israel because you're light-skinned, or you're not Israel because you know what I mean, because you 2 shades lighter than this and 2 shades lighter than that. That is colorism, right? That is taught to us by our oppressors. Okay. Let's get into this first scripture. First, we have to understand that the people of Israel are dark-skinned people, right? And when you talk to people on the street, they're going to tell you that there's no colorism in the Bible. There's no colors in the Bible. It, ain't no such thing as a black person in the Bible. Ain't no skin color in the Bible. That's exactly what they're gonna say. Is this on? That's exactly what they're gonna say, right? But what they don't understand is that it's absolutely skin color in the Bible. 1 second. That is absolutely skin color in the Bible. Absolutely. Right? So first we're gonna go to Job 30 and 30. Hold on 1 second. Let me bear with me, guys. Hold on. Share screen. Let me see. Let's go back. Oh, come on now. All right. Everybody see that? There we go. There we go. All right, we're gonna go to Job 30 and 30, right? It says that my skin is black upon me, right? Hold on. Yeah. Job 30 and 30. It says, my skin is black upon me, right? I thought there was no skin color in the Bible, right? When Job is talking about his skin is black upon me, I thought there was no skin color in the Bible. All of that there's no skin color in the Bible is lies, right? If it wasn't, why would Job be saying that his skin is black upon him? Why would he be talking about his skin color at all? Wouldn't he be talking about something else? But he's talking about his skin color right here, because skin color is absolutely in the Bible. Skin color is absolutely a part of everything. Race is part of everything. Nationality is part of everything. But just because he says he's black does not mean he's African or what Arabs. Some Arabs are darker than some are just as dark as African, right? Just because he says he's black does not mean that or he's dark skinned does not mean that he's African, because Israelites are dark skinned also, right? We're just gonna get these little introductions out the way, then we're gonna get something deeper into it. Come on now, I can't get it. All right, we're gonna go to Song of Solomon now. right? Now let's see what Solomon said. Because a lot of people are going to be you know what everybody's going to say? A lot of people are going to say that this right here, Solomon, that it wasn't talking about it wasn't talking about that. This wasn't Solomon talking. This is one of his wives talking, right? That's what they're gonna say. But this is Song of Solomon 1 and 5. This is what he said. He said, "I am black," right? I am black. Like he's putting it out plain and simple, right? He said, "I am black, but comely," right? So Solomon saying that he is dark. He's a dark-skinned man, but he's beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? He's handsome, black but handsome, easy to look at, right? That's what Solomon is saying right there. It's very simple. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science to understand that the ancient Israelites are dark-skinned people, right? It's not that hard to understand. But you know what make it hard to understand? All of these whitewashed pictures that we see that we see these days. You know what I mean? You look at if you look at TV, right? They got a movie called Passion of the Christ, where Christ was a so-called white man. He was an Edomite, walking around talking, and it makes it look so easy to be like, okay, yeah, that's Christ, because he's playing because the picture you go to see at church, it's Caesar Borgia. The guy that you see on the movie looks like Caesar Borgia. They had one that come out a couple years ago called Risen, looks like Caesar Borgia, right? But on the flip side, right now they just had a Book of Clarence, right? That movie, The Book of Clarence, right? That movie right there, it was supposed to be in the time of Christ, and they had a man that was supposed to be Christ on there, okay? And he was a dark-skinned man. All right, I understand that. So the truth is, so that means the ISUPK is doing their job. The truth is coming out, and now Hollywood is starting to bring out that even though they didn't have a movie about Christ being black, right? They had a movie about about a brother named Clarence, but Christ in there, and Christ was a black man, right? So they're not trying to put the whole thing out there, but they're trying to give you bits and pieces of it, right? But all you have to do is read the Bible. All you have to do is read the Bible, and you'll understand. All you have to do is tune into the ISUPK classes, and you'll understand that when it says that Solomon says, "I am black, but comely," comely just means beautiful, right? Comely just means beautiful, right? That's what Solomon's talking about. I am black, and beautiful, black but beautiful. You dig what I'm saying? Let's go back. Let's go down to where we at. Verse 10. Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. All right, let's go down to verse 10, right? It says, "Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels." Right? So what he's talking about there, he's talking about grills in the Bible. They had gold teeth, diamonds in their teeth in the Bible. Right? That's why it says, "Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels." You know, comely means beautiful, right? Thy cheeks are beautiful with rows of jewels. Right, and you know the ISUPK with it. What we're gonna rock some golds in our mouth. That's what black people gonna do. Though nobody, black and Hispanic people rock jewelry in their mouth. I seen an old Hispanic dude the other day with a mouthful of gold. I said, "Oh man, you could tell he Israel. He doing his thizzle, thug thizzle. You know what I mean? He got his grill in, walking around. He got his chains on. You know what I mean? Looking excellent. That's why the next part says, "Thy neck with chains of gold." You do what I'm saying? With chains of gold, because that's what Israelites do. Israelites gonna rock some diamonds, gonna rock some gold. I can't even be mad at the young brothers that be rapping, and the first thing they want to do is go get them a nice piece and chain and get their teeth done, get them some gold in their mouth or some diamonds in their mouth. I can't even be mad at them. That's in their spirit, right? That's in their spirit. And it's in their spirit because of Solomon right here. But I missed the part where he had gold in his. I think I missed that part. I want to see the gold dust in this. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. I think I missed that part. Right, we're gonna go to the next verse. Right, it says, "We will make the borders of gold with studs of silver." Right, don't that sound like a garment? Borders of your garment, right? Don't that sound like the brothers with the when they get the put the fringes on their pants, they put the studs in it with gold and silver. Ain't that what they're talking about? Boy, Solomon was bad. Solomon had gold dust in his hair. Solomon had gold teeth, jewelry, chains all around his neck. Right, and he was black as the tents of Kedar. That's Solomon right there, man. It's like, right, that's Solomon right there, man. That was that boy doing it big. But he was the king of Israel, right? Solomon was the wisest man on earth, right? It's only understanding that's why most of the inventions in America come from black people, right? It's things like the traffic light, the toilet, right? What else? The vaccine for the coronavirus that was made by a black woman and her science team. Man, it's like, right, because we always had that knowledge, that understanding, right? Let's go to Acts. Right, the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, right? Because this is in the time of Acts, right? In Antioch, there was what would you? Hold on. Oh, they were teaching in the church in Antioch, right? And there was prophets and teachers that was there, right? Now they're going to get into naming some of these prophets, right? It says such as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, right? Because what we don't realize that the word can I say it? I don't know if I can say it. Well, that the word ninja was also words that they called us back then, right? Because the word this word right here, I can't even, I don't know if I can say it or not. The word nigger is nothing but the word nigger ain't nothing but just means blackface or black. That's what that means. You know what I mean? So when they brought it to America and called you nigga, they meant it as a derogatory word, but they didn't understand that it was something that was already been called, that was already called upon us. You feel me? Because it only means blackface, right? It's just like saying Negro. Because if you go in the old Latin term of the Spanish term Negro, it only means black, right? Which means dark skinned, right? Barnabas and Simeon were called that when they were in Antioch, right? And it says, in Lucius of Cyrene and Manaen. Oh, 1 second. All right, I'm good. Which had been brought up with Herod and Tetrarch and Saul. Right now, it's just telling them. It's just talking about. Their history and where they were brought up and who they were brought up with. Right, because that's what we did in Israel. We have to give our we don't have to give our history, but that's what we do. We have to give our background. You know what I mean? Like I came up under such and such and such and such. You know what I mean? To give us a little validity. You dig what I'm saying? But we do that nowadays. We do that nowadays. Where you from? Oh, I'm such and such from over here. Okay, okay. I knew a brother from over there. You just dead, just that. That's what we do. That's what we do. We have to give up a registry or somebody or something that like where we were from, who we know, right? Even Christ had to give up his registry. Even Christ had to give up his registry, and that's important. That's important. That's important because they say Christ was the Son of God and he didn't have no father, but Christ definitely had a father. Christ definitely came from a bloodline, and he came from the line of David, of King David. You know what I mean? Christ had to give up his registry so he can be validated. Right? You understand that? Christ had to give up his registry so he can be validated. Yes, I had to say ninja because you know nowadays they'll take us off the air. They'll take us off the air for saying simple words that they call us all the time. But nowadays everybody's just so sensitive. You know what I mean? Just so sensitive. Barakatah Yahweh shop at Isupk. They teach us here how not to be emotional. You know? Oh my goodness, get off the screen. They just be so sensitive nowadays, you know. Let's go to Daniel chapter 10, verse 5. Right? You know, because Daniel was given visions of the future, right? And in this vision right here, Daniel was given a vision of he was given the vision of the end times, right? Right? Because in Daniel go to Daniel 9 verse. So like hold on. One second. Is it Daniel the 6th chapter? All right. This is Daniel the 10th chapter, right? This is the vision of that the Lord gave Daniel about Christ, right? He said, then I lifted up my eye. Well, this is Daniel chapter 10, verse 5. He said, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. He said it's a certain man. So it's not a ordinary, it's an ordinary man, but he's not ordinary man. He's seen this man, and he said this is a certain man. You know what I mean? He's a man, but it's a certain man. He's not like he looks like a man, but this ain't no ordinary brother, right? And he said clothed in linen, right? If you don't know anything about linen, linen is especially like back then, linen, even now, linen is very fine, is a very fine material, almost as bad as leather, right? Linen is probably colder than leather, because the fine linen and to make linen is a very strenuous process, right? And it says whose loins was girded with a fine gold of Uphaz. So he had a golden girdle on, a golden belt, right? A golden belt, but it wasn't no 24 karat gold. It was the gold of Uphaz, 100% gold. I'm gonna say 100% gold. You feel me? It was the most exquisite gold it's the most exquisite gold that you can ever get. You know what I mean? We ain't even thinking about the gold of Uphaz. I mean the gold 24 karat gold, because it's beyond 24 carats. You know, 24 carats right here. This is the 100 carats. This is the most carats that you can get. It's a golden belt, because you know it's made for him to, it's made to protect his what would you call it? His made to protect his organs and his organs and his major organs that are up in here. You know what I mean? It's actually made for war, right? And that's what Christ is coming for. Christ is coming to make war with the oppressors on the earth. He's coming to make war with the rulers of the earth. That's what Christ is coming for. Christ ain't coming to make no for what the Christian church going to make it seem like he coming for hugs and kisses and high fives, and you know what I mean? No. Christ is coming to put an end to the rulers of the earth and set up new rulers and his government on the earth. That's what Christ is coming for. Christ ain't coming for all that nice and hugs and kisses. And no, Christ is coming to set up his government on the earth, and his government is going to be Israelites. 144,000 Israelites. That's going to be his government. The ruling body of heaven are going to be Israelites under Christ, of course. Right? It says his body also was like the beryl, and his face was the appearance of lightning. Right? When it says beryl is like a green color. Look. Let me see if I can get it. Right. A beryl color is like a green. It's like a green. Now it's talking about his garment. He had like a green garment on. You know what I mean? It's like a greenish, like a greenish, reddish, blue. Like, you know what I mean? It's a green, but with many different. It's like a real dark green. That's what beryl is. Beryl is like a real dark green, right? And his face has the appearance of lightning, right? And his eyes as of lamps of fire, right? Because you know Christ drink wine, so his eyes, you know, if you know anything about black people, when black people drink wine or drink alcohol, their eyes get red. Their eyes get red. But also Christ also is coming with anger. Also come with anger. When black people get angry, they eyes turn red also. Y'all know how I get when we get angry. Right? We know how I get when we get angry. Turn red, ready to tear something up. And that's how Christ coming back. Christ coming back ready to tear something up. He ain't coming back with no hugs and kisses and high fives. And You know what I mean? Christ coming to set the world back, set the earth back aright. You know what I mean? Because right now we have the rulers of the earth are servants, and the servants of the earth are rulers. Right? That's why I said in what's it called? That's why I said in Second Ezra chapter 6 verse chapter 6 it was talking about that these people that have been these people that have always been reputed as nothing are starting to be lords over us. Right? They starting to be lords over us because we're supposed to be ruling the earth. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're supposed to be ruling the earth. But we can't rule the earth, right, until we know who we are. We can't rule the earth till we know what God to follow. We can't rule the earth until we know what rules and regulations to follow. But first, they have to start by us understanding that we are more than just slaves and servants. That we are Israelites. We have to know who we are, what tribe we come from. We have to know our lineage, right? And we have to know that the Bible wasn't written by no pale face. Can I say that? By no pale face. It was written. It was written by Black and Hispanic men under the inspiration of the Most High. Real talk. They had the spirit of the Most High, and it was written by Black and Hispanic men. The whole Bible, our records. These are our records. But we're never going to believe that if we keep understanding what the oppressor understands, or keep trying to understand what the oppressor understands. And that's not doing anything but tripping us up. Right? We learned Christianity we learned this form of Christianity in captivity. We learned this form of in captivity. That's where we learned it at. Right? That's where we learned it at. We learned that Christ was a Caucasian man because we always understood about Christ. We always understood about Christ. There was brothers that was there walking with him. You know what I mean? And just like it was passed down through generation to generation with Moses and not Moses, with Adam and his descendants, with the Adamites, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing that what it was after Christ. It was passed down generation to generation. But then when this oppressor has got his hands on our records, right, and put the image of Caesar Borgia in that image, and then conquered the earth in that image, and then he conquered us in that image, right? That's how we understood that image to be Christ. Because either they gave us that image of Caesar Borgia, or they gave us the sword. That's how our Northern Kingdom brothers, my Hispanic brothers, that's how they figured out that. I mean, that's how they got the image of Caesar Borgia and the image of Mary. That's how they got the image of it. They either took that image or they were slaughtered. And then what they're going to do is what they did was they took the most important brother, the strongest warriors, and they told them to take that image and the strongest warriors, and they're not going to take that image. So then they took the sword. And then what happened after that? Everybody was like, I don't want to die. I don't want to take the sword. So they took the image. And then the first thing they did when they took the image is they took them and they separated the kids from the parents, right? Because the parents is who teaches the kids. So they took the kids away from the parents and put the kids in boarding schools and took their name away from them, made them cut their hair, right? And started teaching them their version of Christianity, their version of the Bible. Start teaching them English or Spanish, right? Start taking their culture away from them. And it starts with the language and the images and it starts with the language, the images, and then it moves on to the God, to their God that they worship, that they have the understanding with. That's what it starts with. Just think about now how my Hispanic brothers that's growing up here in America, right? They take the language, right? Their grandfather speaks Spanish, right? Nothing but Spanish. Their father is probably bilingual, right? Speaks more English than Spanish, and then the grandson, he speaks broken Spanish. He don't even speak Spanish like that. You know what I mean? He understands it because his grandfather speaks it, so he understands it, but he don't speak it fluently. And then the great grandson, he don't speak Spanish at all. He speaks nothing but English. And that's how easy, 3 generations, that's how easy it is to lose your language. You lose your culture. That's how easy it is. It's not hard. It's not a hard task to lose your culture. And that's what they did with us. But we didn't lose it. They took it away from us. They took it away from us. We all seen Roots, right? How Toby wanted to, how I call him Toby. Good night. How Kunta wanted to keep his name, and then they beat it out of him and made him Toby. Then he tried to get free, and they chopped off his leg or his foot. So he couldn't try to get free. But he wasn't gonna stop Kunta. Kunta still tried to get free. Real talk. We're gonna go back to this, right? And it says, and his face was appearance of lightning, and his eyes were as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. Right? If you ever, he said his arms and his feet. Right? My arms and my feet are the same color. That's what I know. I know. I know. I got a burn mark somewhere around this one. Oh, I got a burn mark. Where'd my burn mark go? Because I used to work in the kitchen, to my big chef action. Right here. I got a burn mark, and it's darker than the rest of my arm. But you know what I mean? The majority of my arms is the same color as the majority as my feet. Real talk, I got a burn mark on my foot too. Don't worry about all that. But it's the same majority as the same color as my feet, right? So when it says his arms and his feet like in the color of polished brass, have you ever? If a polished brass will be, brass is like a brownish color, right? It's not even a brownish color. It's damn near. It's brown. It's like a brass is like this color. Think of a penny, right? But it's polished. Right, so when you polish brass, it's like brown, but it's like putting lotion on. It don't get shiny, but it get like because when you polish brass, it become like a brighter, not a brighter like in color, but it shines. It's a brass that shines. I'm trying to figure out, trying to see, but it's a brown that shines, right? So when you polish it, it turns into a brown, but it's a shiny brown. You know what I mean? That's what Christ's arms and his feet look like in color of polished brass. He probably seen him sweating because he was putting in so much work on the other nations, letting them know that it ain't what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. And he talk loud. That's what black. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now. Black people, we loud. We loud. We're gonna talk loud. We're gonna laugh loud. That's us. That's how we do it. And we'd be damn if you. Hey, you ever heard of a Hispanic barbecue? You know what I'm talking about? My Hispanic brothers, man. I look. They know how to party. That's what Israel know how to do. Israel know how to party. Real talk. I done been to plenty of Hispanic barbecues, and they loud. Yeah. They loud. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, get your issue. Go ahead, do your thing. You know what I mean? That's how they do it. That's how my Hispanic brothers do it. Real talk. So there ain't no way they not Israelites, man. They have all the characteristics of Israelites. You feel me? When people say about them not being Israelites, right? They just looking at the color of it. And we ain't worried about no color of it because we're looking at the spirit of it. If we looking at the color of it, then Bob Marley, right, would be our brother. But we know that Bob Marley's father was an Edomite man. So he's an Edomite. by nationality, by race. He might be dark-skinned, but he's an Edomite. But everybody that's dark-skinned ain't everybody that's skin folk ain't kinfolk. Can I say that? Everybody that's skin folk ain't kinfolk. So you might be dark, you might be dark-skinned just like us, but that don't mean you our people. You feel me? Our people come with a certain spirit, come with a certain flavor. Real talk. Real talk. It come with a certain spirit, come with a certain flavor. That's our people. If y'all have any questions, we can put them in the chat. We can handle those questions too. Ooh, boom. I don't understand why this won't go away. There it is. Boom. It went away. Got it. Let's go to Revelations 1, and we're gonna start at chapter 10. Right? Because this is a staple scripture, right? This is showing the what Christ looked like. We just seen what Christ looked like in the Daniel's vision, right? But this one, they say this is also a vision, but this ain't no vision. This ain't no vision, because on this, John the Baptist was in his in his prison cell on the island of Patmos. John the Baptist was. I mean, not John the Baptist. Sorry, John the Revelator was. John the Revelator was in his what's the name? Was in his prison cell on the island of Patmos. All right, we're gonna start at verse 10. This is not a vision. Just pay attention. All right, verse 10. It says, "I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice, as of a trumpet." Remember, Christ is black man. He talked with multitudes. It sound loud, like what? You feel me? Right? You dig what I'm saying? It was loud. It was a loud voice. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, turn around, man. You see his meat. You feel me? He's in, and then verse 11 says, saying, "I am Alpha and Omega." Right? I'm sorry, did I call out what scripture was that? We had Revelation chapter 1, verse 10. We're at 11. Book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 11. He says, saying, "I am Alpha and Omega," right? The first and the last, right? "And what thou seest, write in a book." Right? These are orders coming down from Christ to John the Revelator, talking about, hey, what you see, write in the book. I'm Alpha and Omega. I'm the first and the last. And what you gonna see, write in the book. Write it in the book. Right? And then what he gonna write in the book? And then he gonna give orders where to take and send it to the 7 churches which are in Asia, right? Asia Minor. Right, unto Ephesians, right? That's Ephesians. That's the Ephesians. That's Ephesus. That's what I'm saying. Ephesus, right? And unto Smyrna, right? And unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea, right? And when they say Philadelphia, it ain't talking about to the generals, to commander in It ain't talking about to the school in Philadelphia. It's talking about Philadelphia in Greece. Now, when they say Philadelphia, when we say talking about send this report up to Philadelphia, then they talking about send it to the generals out there. Right, and Laodiceus, right? Verse 12, "And I turned to see the voice that spake with me," right? So as he's sitting there, right, in the spirit on the Lord's day, right, he hearing this verse, this voice that he's hearing, and he said, "I am Alpha and Omega," and he told him to write it down in the book and send it to the 7 churches, and he told him the 7 churches to send it to. And he says, as I turned to see the voice that spake with me, right? So he at this time he's turning to look like, what? I was in here alone, you know what I mean? And now there's somebody in here speaking. Who in the hell? You know what I mean? Like, who just came through the wall? Right? And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks, right? That's what he's seen. Seen a menorah. Seen 7 golden candlesticks, right? And in the midst of the 7 golden and of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, right? So he's at in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. I seen one like unto the Son of Man, right? Who's the Son of Man? Christ, right? The King is the Son of Man, right? And he said, I turned and I seen the Son of Man, because John the Revelator walked with Christ. He was Christ's partner. Can I say it like that? Can I say it like that? He was Christ's partner. He knew who Christ was. He was like, yeah. Like, I heard you was supposed to, like he looking like, I heard you was supposed to be dead. Is dead unalive. He's out. You was supposed to be dead. You was supposed to be unalive. Like, I know he's looking like, what? That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Just like when everybody seen him when they went back into his tomb, and the body wasn't there. Now he was standing up in the back, and they were looking at him like, what? Like, I seen you get unalive. You know what I mean? It ain't really you. And people had to touch the holes in his hands. Like, oh my goodness. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, it's like they reacted like anybody else seeing a person that was dead or that was unalive. You know what I mean? He was unalive, and if I was unalive, then everybody see me be unalive, and they put me in a tomb, and they come back to the tomb, and I'm standing up chilling. You know what I'm talking about? They're gonna be like, you was, you know what I mean? You was not living no more. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. Now I'm seeing you walk around. You know what I mean? Let me see your hands. You know what I mean? Oh, it is you. Same thing with John the Revelator, right? And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. Right? He had a garment on down to the foot, and it wasn't no garment that it was a bad garment. You feel me? Down to the foot. One of them custom made garments, right? Now, not a stain on me. You know what I'm talking about? Not a stain on them. Real talk. And the girt about the paps with a golden girdle. There it is again. That golden girdle was the gold of Uphaz. That golden girdle was the gold of Uphaz, man. Verse 14, and his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, right? Wool as in the texture, white as in the color, right? Wool as in the texture, white as in the color, right? And it says his eyes were as a flame of fire, right? And it said his eyes was as a flame of fire. Again, you know what I mean? Christ drunk wine. You know what I mean? He didn't get drunk, but he drank wine. Right? One of his first miracles was turning water into wine. That's pretty dope. You know what I mean? I got a water bottle. I can't turn it into, boom, keep the party going. A pitcher of water. Keep the party going. Okay. Come on, sir. Pull up. You know what I mean? And it said his head and his hairs were white like wool, right? As a flame of fire. Right? Verse 15, and his feet unto like fine brass. See, so last time it was polished brass, right? This is fine brass, right? As if it burned in a furnace. Like, so his feet is the same color as his arms, same color as his face, same color as his body, right? Underneath his garment. That's why he said his feet. Right, as where is it at? It's like, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. right? If you put anything in a furnace, what color does it come out? You could put rice in a furnace and it's gonna come out black. You dig what I'm saying? A furnace is a fireplace. You put rice in a fireplace, it's gonna come out black. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, Christ was a dark-skinned, crispity, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? He was black. You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't all the way black like my shirt, but he was black enough. He was dark enough. And his voice as a sound of many waters. Because we ever been to like Niagara Falls? Niagara Falls is like you have to yell to talk to somebody that's right here next to you because all the water is like a what would you call it? Like a waterfall, right? That's why I say sound of many waters, because Christ talk loud. Christ wasn't no sissified wasn't no sissified man. He was an austere man. Tell you like it is. You know what I mean? And he wasn't scared. You dig what I'm saying? He wasn't scared. I be looking at the at those movies with Caesar Borgia in it, or that they play Caesar Borgia, and they be all looking like Christ is trembling and scared. Christ wasn't trembling and scared. He Peter cut the ear off of the centurion. Christ gave him his ear back. It's like, let me go. I'm finna go. It must be done. That's the coldest man I ever seen. You know what I'm talking about? That's cold right there. Because if he wanted to, I'm not gonna say if he wanted to. If the prophecy wasn't there that he had to die for his people, he would have, you know what I mean, called down 200 million angels. Boy, it would have been a wrap. You know what I mean? It would have been a wrap. It's beef. But Christ understood the mission. Christ understood what he had to do. Christ understood that. And he gave his life for Israel. Christ gave his life for the people of Israel, man. And that's what we have failed to see since then. You know what I mean? Until the ISUPK. You had certain instances like Nat Turner, you know what I mean? Some brothers did doing their due diligence. They just didn't have all the truth. But all the truth came out in 1969, man, with the ISUPK. There's no reason. And then now with the internet and everything that's going on the earth is helping the woman. The earth is helping Israel. Right? Everything that's coming out now and with archaeology and things like that, and history, that everything that's coming out now is shutting everything down. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody is seeing now that the ISUPK is number one is number one for saving black people. Right? That's what the ISUPK is. ISUPK is the number one safe haven for black people. Ain't no other safe place for black people. You want to go to the Christian church? All right, Dylan Roof Thorne is there. You can't go to the grocery store because Peyton Gendrick is there. Can't go nowhere because there's people getting unalived everywhere. But you know what? The ISUPK is the only safe place for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Here you're gonna learn your culture. You're gonna learn who you are. Then you're gonna learn your laws and regulations and rules that you must follow. You're gonna learn who your king is. You're gonna learn your God, right? And then you're gonna learn how not to. Let me get my words right. You're gonna learn how not to disrespect the Lord, and the Lord is gonna be on your side. The Lord is gonna be on your side. That's what you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn what holidays to celebrate. You're gonna learn your culture. You're gonna learn Black history, and we're gonna be able to move forward as a people. You're gonna move forward as a nation. And once we get enough, man, Christ gonna return and set everything back upright. You know what I mean? Right now, we got a whole bunch of Black people and Hispanic people want to join the U.S. military, right? Why don't you join the army and things like that? Why don't you join the Lord's military? Why don't you join the Lord's military, man? Get in all black. Learn who you are. Learn your culture. Why don't we do that? But we don't know. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to follow these fake leaders talking about getting swallowed up. You know what I mean? These fake leaders that go into P Diddy Purby parties. Yeah, Puffy Purby parties. You know, it's all triple P's. Real talk. Puffy Purby parties. That's what they going to. That's what they're going to. Because they're not real men of God. A real men of God is what you see before you. Real men of God is the men that's on them corners. Real men of God is the men that is the men that's going to the people that's in need. That's the real men of God. Real men of God ain't in them churches. You know what I mean? That's why every time you want to go to the church, they want to get some money from you, and then they want to stick something. Let me choose my words carefully. They want to get some money from you, and then they want to stick something in your wife's your wife's box. Commit adultery. That's what they want to do, or they want to molest your kids. That's just the truth about it, man. That's just the truth about it. That's what they want to do in the church, man. You feel me? They want to do all types of lasciviousness. Ooh, wait, look at that word. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Lasciviousness. One second. Oh, snap. Don't forget to like and share the class also. Yeah, y'all have to like and share the class, man. Get the algorithms up. Like Commander General Johanna say. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't know nothing about algorithms until then. Get your algorithm up. You know what I mean? You gotta like and share the class, man. Like and share the class. Do not keep the truth to yourself. No, what scripture I'm looking for? Jeremiah. Look. Right? Is it on there? Can everybody see it? All right. All right. This is now we're finna get into some scriptures where y'all gotta understand. You gotta understand some things. Right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Right? It says, Judah mourneth, right? Judah mourneth, right? When you say, when they say Judah, right? They say it means like Jew, right? Judah is the tribe of Judah is black is black people, right? Right? So is Jew is short for Judah. So when it says Judah mourneth, right? The Jews aren't in mourning right now. Right? The Jews are there's no way they're in mourning. The Jews own the Diamond District. They own Hollywood, right? They also own the sports world, right? Judah, the fake Jew right now, small hats. They got a lot of things that they have in their life that they control, including America, That's why right now what they give them the equivalent of $70 billion every year. They give that to the Israelis, to the small hats. Right now they're the small hats are fighting the Palestinians, right? I'm not even gonna say it's a fight. They bombing the hell out of them Palestinians. Right? They're able to defend themselves. Their leaders are defending themselves. They're bombing the hell out of them, the Palestinians. The Palestinians are mourning, not right. and America is coming in there trying to give weapons and things to the fake Jew. But the Houthis, is it Houthis? I think it is the Houthis. I get, yeah, because in Rwanda it was Hutus. Yeah, so the Houthis in not Lebanon. Is it Lebanon? In Yemen, the Houthis in Yemen are trying to help out the what would you call it? Trying to help out the Palestinians and stop the Americans from bringing weapons to the fake Jew. Right? That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. But right now, at the same time, Judah, right? Judah is over here in America, and we ain't got we up. We SOL over here. We SOL. Judah. I was talking about all of the tribes. It's just using Judah as a word to say to say everybody, all of Israelites, right? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We're mourning. We're in mourning right now. We've been in mourning forever. Why? Because the gates thereof languish. You know, a gate is something that keeps people that keeps the enemy out, right? That's what the gates do. Gates keep our enemies out and keep us in and keep us safe, right? They keep the wolves out, right? But our gates are languish. I mean, our gates are on the ground. Our gates ain't working. Our gates are letting enemies in. We got an open gate. Good night. We got an open gate, right? Because they worried about getting swallowed up at the puffy pervy party. They worried about getting swallowed up at the puffy pervy party. I seen a post the other day, Officer Malakov talking about here. Soon as I get my check, it gets swallowed up. Right? Real talk by the bills. Real talk. Real talk. They're taking all the food stamps away. They're taking all the housing away. They're taking everything away, and they're taking those things away from us, and they're giving all of our resources to people that don't need it. Right? Meanwhile, at the same time, they're finding dead bodies out there in Mississippi behind the prison. They're finding dead bodies. Unalived bodies of Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. You thinking they getting paroled and going home? They never leaving the prison. And the only people talking about it is the ISUPK. Only people talking about it is commanding. Only man talking about it is Commanding General Yohana. He's the only one talking about it. Not your TD Snakes. Not your Gitmo Dollars. Nobody. None of them are talking about it. None of them. But Commanding General Yohana is talking about it because Commanding General Yohana is the leader, and he's the leader for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who Commanding General Yohana is. He is the leader, and he ain't gonna sell us out for no check. He ain't gonna sell us out for nothing. You dig what I'm saying? He ain't gonna sell us out, and he gonna continue to have Passover. He's gonna continue to hold the line. Can I say that? He's going to continue to hold the line as we gain more brothers and more resources to go feed more people, to go help more of our people. That's what we do. That's what we do here in the ISUPK. We're building up leaders in different cities all over the earth. All over the earth. All over the earth. But people still want to go to TD Jakes' church. It was nobody in his church the other day. It was like 2 weeks ago. Wasn't nobody in his church. But it was still some people there. It should have been empty. Empty. But it's not gonna be. Because somebody gotta believe the lie. Somebody gotta believe the lie. But that's okay. Because ISUPK is coming to a city near you if we ain't already in your city. You know what I mean? We all over the earth, man. all over the earth. All you have to do is go to isupk.com and look for somebody. Look for the city nearest you. If we ain't in your city already, more than likely we're in your city. Call that up. Get in class. Learn who you are, man. Learn your culture. Learn more about Black, Hispanic, and Native American history. That's one thing I did. That's one thing I learned when I had to research. I learned how to research. That's what the ISUPK taught me. They taught me to learn how to research. Don't just take our word for it. Get in them scriptures and research. Ask us some questions. You know what I'm talking about? See if we don't blow your mind. You think we don't know the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Until you start asking us some questions about the Bible, and we get to breaking that down, they be like, oh goodness, I didn't even know that. I know you didn't know that. You know, so look. Don't think what you see online is all the breakdown. Don't think that, right? And it says, "And their gates languish." Our leaders are languishing. Our leaders has always languished since Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Before that, our leaders have always been not up to par. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King integrated us into this American system, and then he's going to turn around after he integrated us, going to turn around and say that he integrated us into a burning house. Come on now. Come on now. How you how you gonna integrate us and then be like, oh, I integrated y'all into a burning house? Sometimes you have to understand what you're doing before you do it. You know what I mean? That's like somebody going unalive and a whole bunch of people just say, I didn't mean to unalive nobody. What you mean? You shot up the park. You shot up the party. You shot up the church. You shot up the what do you call it? You shot up the grocery store. But I didn't mean to hurt nobody. What you mean you didn't mean to hurt nobody? You did it. Right? They are black unto the ground, right? See, they black unto the ground. Different shades of brown. Different shades of brown. The deeper you go digging into the earth, the darker the dirt get. Right? And the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. Right? All the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are crying. It's going up into the earth, and the Lord is hearing that. The Lord is hearing it. The Lord is hearing it. The Lord ain't forgot about the Trail of Tears. The Lord ain't forgot about lynchings. The Lord ain't forgot about the slavery. The Lord ain't forgot about Battle at Wounded Knee. The Lord ain't forgot about the Alamo. The Lord ain't forgot about these things. And it's still happening, because even when they found the burial ground out there at the Alamo, they still dug up them bones. My ancestors' bones, they still dug it up. They still dug it up. The Lord ain't forgot about that. The Lord is seeing everything that happens. And they're going to get there. That's why he said, vengeance is mine. The Lord gonna handle that. But what we have to do, we have to get in class and we have to learn who we are. We have to learn what rules to follow. And we have to learn how to serve the Most High correctly. And I know when you go to, I know when you go to the Christian church, you think that you're doing correctly because you was out there killing your brother. You was out there, unaliving. You was out there unaliving your brother, gangbanging and such. And then you was out there selling prostitutes, buying prostitutes. You was doing all the wickedness, doing cocaine, all that. You was doing all that. And then you went to church and you oh man, it ain't bad. I changed my life. That's what you think. It hit different. It hit different. Yeah, but then it hit different when you get into this ISUPK and you learn that the Christian church, right, is white supremacy. Christian church is against God also. It hit different. Let's start there. Right? It hit different when you go into the Christian church and you understand that Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, and all that is against God because they hate God. That's why they go to church on Sunday and after Sabbath day. because they want to worship the sun. They want to worship these different things that came from Babylon. It hit different. It hit different, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It hit different. And I know it seems like it, I know it just seems like it's just so right because you're not hurting nobody, you're not unaliving nobody. You probably stopped doing crack and cocaine and popping pills and smoking weed and you know what I'm talking about? But you know what your pastor do? He smokes cigarettes, so you think it's okay to smoke cigarettes. That's against God too. That's against God too. That's not your culture either. That's that's culture that somebody else showed you. That's not your culture to smoke things. Then when you cough, when you smoke the weed, you cough, you say, "Oh, this is good." You know what I'm talking? That's that good. Oh, your body's rejecting it. Just think about when you're sick and you cough, and all of that mucus and stuff comes up, and you spit it out because your body's rejecting the illness that's inside of you. So when you cough, when you smoking weed, your body's rejecting it. Quit being so simple. Then they say it's medicine. Oh, it's medicine, huh? When you have a headache, do you take an aspirin? Yes. When you don't have a headache, do you take an aspirin? No. So what type of medicine you got to take all day, every day? That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's just herb. It's from the earth. If it's herb and from the earth, so poison, I go smoke that. I ain't never seen nobody smoke no oregano. I ain't never seen nobody smoke no tea. Ain't nobody smoking that though. Only thing they smoking is weed because the oppressor told them that it's okay to smoke the weed. But we already know how the oppressor is against God. The oppressor also told you that it's okay to have same-sex marriages. The oppressor also told you it's okay to, if you're a man, to chop off your male part and go from being Jonathan to Jennifer. That was the oppressor said it's okay. To the point that when I signed a job application, it'd be like, are you a man, male, female, born a male, and switch to a woman, and a woman born a woman, switch to a. It got all different types of options. I was looking like I'm confused. You know, you know what I mean? Let me just click male like I've been doing my whole life. What are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? Real talk. Real talk. That's against God. That's against your culture. Your God. But we don't know that. We don't know that. Why don't we know that? Because we're still in the land of our captivity. But what we should be doing, we should be researching everything. We should be all in here asking so many questions. Is there any more questions? Any questions pop up? There should be so many questions, but no questions are being asked. We go do boots on the ground, walking around the mall, asking people questions, interviewing and everything. Don't nobody be like, hey, what's them fringes about, bro? Nobody. It's like they be scared to talk to us. We walking around just like them, like, yeah. Ain't nobody ask, hey, so what can I do to get closer to the Most High? Nobody asked them questions. Nobody asked them questions. And we're here to answer all questions. Try to go answer those questions in the Christian church. They're gonna be like, make sure you ask Jesus in the parking lot on the way home after you paid your money. That's what they're gonna say. After you paid your money, make sure you ask Jesus in the parking lot on the way home. You know what I'm talking about? Just don't ask the pastor during church. You know what I mean? Here in Isupk during class, boy, what's up? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, I got a question about such and such and such life. Sometimes it don't even be about the Bible. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just be about life. Like, you answering questions. That's what it did. How do I become a better husband? How do I become a better father? How do I become a better brother? How do I become a better sister? You know what I mean? That's what I pray and ask the Most High for. Guidance and wisdom on how do I become a better, you know what I mean? How do I serve you better, Lord? How do I become a better husband? How can I become a better father? How can I become a better brother? But if we don't want to do, if we don't want to, you know what I mean, if we don't want to do better, if you knew better, we should do better. We know everything else. We know herbs is from the earth. We know everything else. We know everything else. We know how to you feel me? We know how to go online and look for all these different what's the names and get this grant and scam this and get your EIN number and you know what I'm talking about, and buy this business and do this business and LLCs and all that, everything we do it. We know everything up under the sun except how to serve the Most High. We know everything up under the sun about except about who we are as a people. We know everything up under the sun, but we don't know. But we don't know who our God is. We don't know what our culture is. We don't know that the Bible is Black history. We don't know Solomon is Black. We don't know Christ is Black. But we know everything up under the sun. That's what we know. We know everything up under the sun, but we except this Bible, except the only thing that's gonna help Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that's why we lost today. That's why we lost today. That's why we lost today. Because we know everything up under the sun. We know every damn thing except for the only thing that's gonna help us. It's crazy. That's crazy. Right? And this is a scripture that we all understand. Right? Right? Verse 6. Right? This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It goes right on with what I was saying. We're destroyed. But we're not destroyed because we don't try hard. We're not destroyed because we don't understand mathematics and 2 + 2 is 4. We're not destroyed because we don't have money. We're not destroyed because we don't have jobs. That's not why we're destroyed. We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. That's why we destroyed. We destroy because we don't have knowledge of thyself and those laws that the Lord has given us, the understanding of the culture that the Lord has given us. That's why we destroyed. Drug dealers have money. Jay-Z got money. Beyonce got money. All these rappers got money. Everybody got money. They got money. They got money to do this. They got money to buy cars, money to buy businesses, money to buy all that stuff. They got money to buy all that. We're not destroyed because we ain't got money. We're destroyed because we don't have the knowledge that the Lord gave us. That's why we're destroyed. Hell, the Christian church got money, but they ain't doing nothing with it. If they is, let me know. We're also destroyed because we reject the knowledge of God as a people. That's why he called us stiff-necked and rebellious, because that's what we is. We stiff-necked and rebellious against the Most High. Against the Most High, we're like, well, whatever. Move around, bro. I'm trying to roll up. That's what they be talking about. I'm trying to roll up. Well, why don't you come to class before you roll up? Before you roll up, come to class and we'll get that demon off of you. Man, don't just come one time. Continue to come. Continue to fight. You can't fight. You can't. What you think? You think you fought your demon because you became a trooper? You think you became a trooper, right? And that now ain't nothing. You done with demons? Ain't y'all? I conquer my demons. You think you got a Hebrew name? Now you done with demons? That what you think? You got to continue to fight. You got to continue to fight that demon. Continue to find different ways to fight the demon also. I know you want to smoke. Why don't you, instead of smoking, go for a walk? Instead of smoking, go lift some weights. Instead of smoking, go do some push-ups and sit-ups. Why don't you fight that demon about smoking? Why don't you get around your brothers and sisters instead of smoking? Instead of getting high, go to your camp leader house. I don't know. Go to somebody's house that don't smoke. Go to your camp leader house. Go to one of your brother's house. Call up one of your brothers and talk to them so they can talk you off the ledge. Because every time you pick up that cigarette, every time you pick up that weed, every time you pop that pill, every time you have sex with that whore, every time you do this and do that, every time you sin against the Most High, you're jumping off a ledge, off a bridge. You're jumping off the overpass of a highway onto oncoming traffic. And that's what we've been doing our whole existence here in America, is jumping off overpasses. We're dying slowly, and we don't even care. Well, when Christ returns, you're gonna be dying. We're gonna be dying quickly. Because we want to keep rejecting the knowledge of the Most High. Most High tell us don't do this, we do it anyway. Most High tell us don't do that, we do that anyway. We've been doing that. That's the story of the Bible. That's the whole story of the Bible. The whole enchilada. You know what I mean? That's the whole enchilada of the Bible. The Lord tell us don't do this. It's gonna make us. It's gonna make him angry, and he's gonna send a nation from far to He's gonna send a nation from far to punish us, and we be like, oh well, where the golden calf at? You know what I'm talking about? We ain't got no golden. We didn't bring the golden calf from Egypt. Let's make a golden calf. That's what we do. That's what we do as a people. That's crazy. We're literally insane because we do the same thing, and then we expect a different outcome. How long are we going to do the same thing? How long? That's our Black history. That's our leaders. That's our Black history. That's us. That's what we do. Sorry. Right? It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. The Lord is also rejecting us. That's why we didn't know who we were. That's why we call ourselves Negro, African American, colored, Afro American, Black. We call ourselves everything except what we are is Israelites. You know, when Christ returned, he ain't looking for Jamal. He ain't looking for Jamal Smith. He ain't looking for Tyrone Wheatley. You know what I'm talking about? Christ is looking when Christ returned, he's looking for Israelites. That's what he looking for. He like, you know, where you know what I mean? You know, them brothers that was on the corner. You know what I'm talking about? That's who I'm here for. The ones you said was crazy and walk right past. That's who I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Caviar, I got you. Give me 5 more minutes. I got you. Right? It says like, but that's what the Lord is looking for. The Lord calls us Yasha Allah, meaning prince and princess of the power. A priest. You know what I'm talking about? But we rather be Bloods and Crips. Sureños, Norteños. We rather be La M, Mexican Mafia, cartel members, and we rather be gangsters, and you know what I'm talking. We rather be all this other MS-13 and all this other nonsense. You know what I'm talking about? But the Lord is calling you, at least, and that thou shalt be no priest to me. Yeah, that's why you want to be all that, because we've forgotten the knowledge of God, and we don't want to be priests no more. Well, hell, what do you say? Bury me a priest. You did bury me a priest. Ain't got nothing else in life. Bury me a priest, and bury me a father, bury me a husband, and a brother. You dig what I'm saying? That like that's what we look to. That's what we look to be. You know what I'm talking about? We don't look to be anything else. We don't be no gang members. We want to be BD and GD, huh? I want to be a priest. Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, right? Since we've forgotten the laws of our God, which is our heritage, the laws of God is our heritage. It's us. It's ours. You know what I mean? Like, and we don't want to keep our culture. The laws of God is our culture, and we don't want to keep it. The Lord gave that to us in our with an agreement. He gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to us with an agreement, and we all signed that thing. Blood oath. We all signed that thing. Once you get the oil put on your head, you sign that thing. You sign that contract. So you put the oil in your head, and then you defy that contract. The Lord is coming. The Lord is coming to see you. He's going to correct. He's going to come correct. So you need to come correct. So when that oil get poured on your head, you need to take that serious. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. How long are we going to play around, though? How long are we just going to play around and joke and how long are we going to play around? Because we've been playing with the Most High. But the Lord ain't playing with us. When the Lord come through and kick your door down, now you scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared when the Lord come kick your door down and want to collect on what he need to collect on. You know what I'm talking about? Don't be scared now. When I say the Lord gonna send them in his priest to come collect. Go get them. Come. You think the priest gonna be like, Sluggy, sir, that's my mom. No. That's my friend. That's my friend Connor. No, the priest gonna be like, come, sir. Let's go get it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you feel me? We ain't playing no games. The Lord ain't playing no games. That's our culture. And he said, I will also forget thy children. So it's not only you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, that the Lord that the Lord is forgetting. He's forgetting your children also. Everybody say, I celebrate Christmas for the kids. I celebrate Easter for the kids. I celebrate Thanksgiving and all this for the kids. Well, one second. Right, but it's not only they say they do this for the kids, they do that for the kids. But you know what the Lord is doing for the kids? Yeah, I had to run the computer, so you good. I ain't doing no tripping. You know what the Lord is forgetting your children also. So what you should do for the kids is keep the law, statutes, and commandments for the kids. Show the kids their culture for the kids. Show them how to be priests. Grow them up as priests. What's up? Hosea 4:6. Show them how to be priests. Raise them up. Train up a child in the way they should go. You know what I mean? And of course, every child ain't gonna grow up and do this and do that and do like they supposed to do. But when they start to go off, when they get grown and start to go off like they do, they're gonna always revert back to my mama did tell me, my father did tell me about the Bible, about this and that and that and this, that I shouldn't be doing this and I shouldn't be doing that, because right is right and wrong is wrong. And the only way you find what's right and what's wrong is in the Bible with those laws. Am I wrong? Am I right? Like, that's the only way you're gonna find out what's right and what's wrong. I used to think ain't nothing wrong with pork. Then I found out that it's an abomination to the Lord. Oh my goodness. I used to think wasn't nothing wrong with Christmas. Ain't nothing wrong with Christmas. We go see family, give gifts. What's wrong with gifts? What's wrong with family? What's wrong with that? Until you understand that you give gifts to the tree, which is another God. If you want to give me a gift, man, just give me a gift because you love me, not because it's Christmas. You know, just give me a gift then. I love gifts. You know, just give me a gift then. Like, if you're gonna give me a gift, just give it to me. It don't have to be Christmas. You know what I'm talking about? What you talking about? You want to eat turkey? You want to eat turkey and dressing? Well, shit. You know, I got $20. You got $20. Let's go get some turkey and dressing, and we can hook it up next Sunday. You know, it ain't got to be Thanksgiving for us to eat turkey and dressing and get together. We don't. It don't. But the people have the people that have been over us have tricked us into believing that, because that's the only day you get off. Christmas, you around Christmas time, everybody's slave all year long. This, that. When Christmas time come up, they get Christmas bonuses. Boy, they get time off with pay. They, you know what I mean? Like they what you need to see the bus name. They need to see all that. Right, that's what they like. That's what happens. You get off time off with pay. You get, you know what I mean. You get everything that you need. Here, bro. My bad. Here, just do it, bro. You got it, bro. I ain't even trying to hate on your game, bro. What I do? I don't know what you did. Oh, Cap, you already exited out the class, y'all. Oh, he good. But yeah, that's what we did. That's what they do. They give us things to pacify us, or to I don't want to say trick, but that's what it is. They trick us out of our position. The old 52 fake. You know what I mean? You ever watch football and they'll fake it to the running back, but then the quarterback got the ball the whole time. That's what they do. The old 52 fake. You know what I mean? That's like they're faking us out of they're faking us out of our position of being priest by sin, because we sinned. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what happens. That's what happened. Taziar, are you in the class, Taziar? Cause I remember he had a question. I might have to answer for him. No. Taziar had a question. He asked me earlier. I told him I'd go over it in class. But yeah, 2 Timothy 2:13. Taziar ain't in here. Let's get 2 Timothy 2:13. That's just the gist of it. What is your question, Capiar?
Oh, because it was saying, kind of like a general breakdown, because it was saying, like, if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Like,
yeah. Yeah, we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, right? He cannot deny himself. What?
That's someone like that doesn't believe.
What do you think it means?
Like someone who doesn't believe in but keeps the law, statutes, commandments.
Go up to 11.
Like keeps.
Yes.
Like is keeping the law, statutes, commandments like an individual. Like,
yes.
Well, they didn't keep the law.
They're not.
Like people who was like, what was it? Sadducees and Pharisees? No, they didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments.
They're not keeping. Yeah, so they're not faithful. Let's say.
So people who didn't walk with Christ was keeping the law, statutes, commandments.
Yeah, of course there were people that were keeping the law, statutes, and commandments that didn't follow Christ. Mm-hmm. Of course.
John the Revelator? Or no, John the Baptist.
John the Baptist followed Christ. John the Baptist was just, not you said John the Baptist or John the Revelator?
John the Baptist, not John the
Revelator. Okay. Yeah. I got them mixed up earlier too. John the Revelator, John the Baptist, absolutely. But when he denied Christ, that's when he effed himself up. You dig what I'm saying? But go up, right? Go down to 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance.
Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. Of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord, that they strive not about words to no profit.
Right? What does that mean? There's people so there's people there's people that want to follow Christ, right? But they're not about words of no, like they following TD Jakes.
So
They're following words of no profit. Because none of that stuff profits them, but and like it's just like us that was in the truth. That's why we go out to places.
You talking about like how they follow out the words, like that you don't even prove it.
Right. That's why we go out. That's why we go out to follow places. I mean, to go out to follow places. That's why we go out to places to find the people that are like-minded like us. They want to follow the truth. They want to come. They want to come down. They want to be down. They just don't know how. They just don't know how. Just like you didn't know how until you found Officer Dawada. You was like, oh, you know what I mean? And what'd you do? You was with myself and Officer Dawada every day. Like I don't want to go nowhere. You feel me? So we have to find brothers like that and sisters like that. You dig what I'm saying? And they're out there. We just have have to go to them. We just have to go to them because in the Christian church, they waiting for everybody to come to them. We going to the people. You feel me? And whether they be homeless, whether they be out there selling drugs right about now, you know what I mean? I know there's a drug dealer somewhere like, this is not right, man, but I got to feed my family. I got to do something to, you know what I mean? And it's going to take a capiar to go in there and be like, hey, bro, you feel me? And give him some words that will profit him. You know what I mean? And he's going to be like, oh, snap. And he's going to be at your doorstep. You dig what I'm saying? He's going to be like, hey, capiar, slack it, sir. You feel me? Like, what? It's gonna be brothers coming here talking about, how about Shimmy Hashabrakatan? You can like, who taught you that? You know, talking about, I was watching the classes for about 2 years. 2 years? You know, talking about you didn't get in class? No, but right now is the time. You dig what I'm saying? Makes sense. Makes sense. Taziar, are you still there? All right, Taziar's not there. We just gonna go into it. Taziar had a question about. I want to cover that next week, really. Taziar had a question. We're gonna just go into it real quick about how Black people and other dark races aren't the same, right?
And godliness.
Yes.
That's talking about like you know how people just come on our screen and be like, oh, y'all don't know how to do all this and that and that.
No, it's talking about you.
Huh?
That's talking about you.
Oh, it's talking about us?
Yeah, it's talking about you. Hold on.
Like shun profane and being babblings.
Yeah. You don't
go out
and babble.
Okay.
Don't go out and babble and no. What you talk is what?
Is the truth.
No, what you speak of is supposed to be what?
Profitable.
No.
Proven?
What you speak is supposed to be what?
Proven.
The oracles of God.
Oh, yeah, the oracle. Oh, okay.
That's what you speak.
Oh, really?
You speak the oracles of God.
Okay.
So don't go out there and be like, oh, what Capiar thinks. No.
Oh.
Capiar don't think anything. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're going to be people that are going to be like, well, put the Bible aside. What do you think? I think whatever the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? No. What do you think about it, though? Whatever the Bible say. You know what I mean? we're gonna be out there one day, and I'm gonna be tearing it up, boop, 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 boop. And they're gonna be like, all right, yeah, but what do you think? You think that too? That's what they're gonna say. Do you believe that? Remember at the Juneteenth festival?
Juneteenth festival?
2 years ago.
You talking about the women?
Yeah, and they were talking to Cap, and they stopped talking to Cap, and they looked at you and was like, "Do you believe what he's talking about?"
Oh, I do remember that. Crazy, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Old demon.
Officer Dawida speaks for me. Feel me? Officer Dawida speaks for me, bro.
Oh, in verse 17 it says, "And the word will eat us do it, the canker, of whom is Hamina." I remember reading this. I was like, Hamina, so trying to come out.
I'm not even there no more.
These was like people who messed up or something.
I don't know. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's like,
Verse 17.
okay.
And their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom the
I can't even say it.
Hymenius and Piletus. I want to say Hymenius and Piletus are names.
Okay.
So we might. I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk to. I'm gonna have to talk to Cap about that. Text that to me.
Okay. That's when I was looking out like. Oh.
I've talked to Officer Dawida and Cap about that. Or maybe I talk to Officer Tazadak. Give me go to Genesis chapter 1 verse Genesis chapter 10 verse 1.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis chapter 10 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah.
Right.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Uh-huh.
And unto them were sons born after the flood.
Right.
Verse 2. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madi.
Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their land.
Whoa, it was the what?
The isles of the Gentiles divided in their land.
Right. Because this is Ham, Shem, and Japheth being divided. These are the only people on the earth, right? Is Noah, his wife, Shem, his wife, Japheth, his wife, and Ham and his wife. And they're supposed to replenish the earth. But this is the Lord separating them. They have kids and all that, and then the Lord separates them. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. Everyone after his tongue, after their families and their nations.
Right. After their tongue, their family, their nations. The Lord separated them and put them away from everybody else. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 6. And the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim. And
Matazarium.
No?
Matazarium in the Hebrew.
Oh, Matazarium.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you know after you read it. Go ahead.
Okay. And Fu?
Put.
And Canaan.
All right. So that's Cush is the Ethiopians, right? And you know the Ethiopians have a lot of outside of Ethiopia. They have a lot of tribes outside of Ethiopia and Africa. Mizraim, Matazarium is the ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians, oh man, I forgot. They're a little bit lower on the Nile, Delta Nile. They have a whole civilization, not civilization, but they have a whole what's the name out there in New York. I'm gonna remember it. And Put is the northern Africans, like Libya. These are all African people. This Ham, the sons of Ham. And it says, and Canaan are all the other all the other dark-skinned Africans. All those, you ever seen the ones with the bone in their nose and the lip in their and the plate in their lip and all that? That's Canaan. Because you know, Canaan, when Noah got drunk because he had the survivor's remorse, Canaan went in there and was laughing and joking about what's the name?
Oh, Canaan?
I mean, Ham did, but they that's why he cursed Canaan. his firstborn. You do what I'm saying? So Canaan is like the lower of the Africans, the lowest of the Africans, the ones that got, the ones that you see on the TV, and they got mosquitoes and flies flying all around them, and they like feed a child 50 cents a day. That's that. I'm trying to figure out what. But you want to know why I'm gonna end it on right here. You want to know why Mizraim it's called Mizraim or Matazarium and not Egypt? Because Mizraim are Egyptians, right? Why is it called Egypt? Because this is an English book.
This is an English book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was supposed to be Mizraim.
Yeah, that's Egyptians. The reason why it's called Egypt because at that time, at the time that this was wrote, and the Mizraim was Egypt. That when Greeks came to what's the name, they called it Egypt. Egypt is a Greek word meaning bondage or captivity.
So the original place was called Mizraim.
Yeah, because the people that lived there, the land was called after the people that lived there. That's why Israel was called Israel.
I think I learned about this.
Yeah, Montezarium. You remember yesterday we were watching that about Alexander, and he became Pharaoh of Egypt. Yeah, it wasn't called Egypt until then.
Until he came on
and called it Egypt. When the Greeks captured it and called it Egypt, and they remember after that he defeated the Persians, and he took over all of the known world back then.
During the time of Rome.
No,
that wasn't during the time.
That was during the time of Greece. Alexander. Rome came later.
Okay. Greece and...
But Rome is just an extension of Greece. They're all Edomites. And then now America's an extension of Greece. We're gonna pick up on this next week.
Well, you mean Rome?
Oh, that's it.
No, you said Greece.
My bad. Rome just said Rome, Greece said, look, bro. Look, bro, it's all the same to me. All Edomites. You know what I'm saying? And it's all gonna be destroyed. Most High in Christ. Get a Lord hand. Get a Lord hand.
People are always trying to like build and do everything in the kingdom, but this place to be destroyed. That they build for nothing. They build for something.
Egypt is called Africa is very young. The Egypt is called Africa is very young. That's what Sister Labia said. But that is absolutely right. Like it being called Egypt and Africa, that's very young. That's very young. You know what I mean? Because it happened around the same time, really. It happened around the same time because at first just northern Africa was called Egypt. I mean, northern Africa was called Africa from Leo Scipio Africanus because he beat Hannibal in the Punic War, Second Punic War. You feel me? So he took they used to name places after they conquered too. So if I conquer Canada, I'll call it Cabarnada. I don't know. You know what I mean? I call it Kabaryala land. You dig what I'm saying? So they used to name places after what they conquered. So that's why. Yes, it's the reason why the pyramids in Africa are old like that is because the same people that built the temple that built the pyramids in Africa built the pyramids here in America. Yeah. Yeah. If you tune into my lecture, I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. All right, you ready? All right, I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Capiar.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that is it. Hi, this is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk started out of 1 West and 125th Street, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maishra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, and it's whatsoever much you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Feast of Purim on the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, starting Thursday, 22nd February 2024. And you can find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. And yeah, we're gonna be in Austin, in the new school in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody get your plans ready because we're gonna be in Austin. But if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, hat, and scarf. And this will conclude the Isupk security announcements. All you want to do?
Great.
Oh, with that, everybody is to turn and face the east. Gonna read the Lord's Prayer in Lashon Kodash. Abanaw.
Now,
Shabbat Shema.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Haya.
Haya.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malafaka.
Malakutka.
Taba'a.
Tawa.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Haya.
Haya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Baratiza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya. Bashemayim.
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 Latanana.
Etamna.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakna.
Wasalakna.
Kabawatna.
Kawatina.
Kasalakna.
Kasalakna.
Kabawatina.
Kawatina.
Walala.
Walala.
Tabi'ayna.
Tabi'ayna.
Walasawan.
Barasayawan.
Abba.
Abal.
Aishayna.
Aishayna.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kayan.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahala.
Walala.
Wata para.
Wata paraz.
Lainami.
Navalumi.
Amen.
Amen. Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our
and
debts,
forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Then we're gonna start trying to face the throne. Like I haven't done it in a minute. I was like, oh. Then we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Minavisha Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak, Yahweh, Kim Yahushua Barakatah, Yad Yom Matah. And sisters to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Minavisha Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatah by Shem Yahushua. Yad Yom Matah. Class is mixed.